guys. So when I double snap, we're live.
Boo, 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 doo, 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 doo.
Wait, the intro is still going.
Doesn't matter.
Don't wait. We don't wait for no intros.
We don't wait for intros here.
Yeah.
You good?
Feel free to. Yeah.
Back with Misha and fresh host, or new host anyway. Sad to find out it is Misha Estrin, not Misha Barton, which is why I hurried down here to St. Paul and say la vie. So I guess that brings me to the first question. Where do you think that Misha Barton's been post the OC?
Post the OC, I think he's.
We know where Adam Brody's been. He's done several great works. He's done Startup on Netflix, which lasted 3 seasons. But where's Misha Barton?
Yeah,
that should have launched her to the stratosphere.
Yeah, Misha Barton was definitely launched into the center of the earth. And when I met Misha Barton, I was like, "Did it hurt?" And he was like, "What?" And like, when you crawled through the Earth's crust to escape hell, and so yeah, and
correct answer. The answer we were looking for was she is somewhere crushing $5 margaritas with Tara Reid.
On the game show, you can't.
A Tara Reid reference, timely.
You could be a.
So let's to get to some of the more important stuff that I think people want to know about. What during these tough times, which like early to mid aughts sitcom do you miss most? Were you that 70s show type of person? Scrubs was a Zach Braff vehicle that I think we all regret, losing as early as we did. Friends fits in there. I think that traveled into the aughts. It was on for like 100 seasons.
Yeah, it was on more seasons than the people in it have lived.
Yeah,
you're creating good content when there is triple the content of how long you've been on set. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if we create 80 minutes of content in 10 minutes of production, like that is the way that we bend time, is because we can take up so much of our time with other people's time lessness.
You've pickled yourself, so you're just going to last in infamy.
Because
there's so much
people
content
out there. How do you become an immortal? Pickle yourself.
That's right. I mean, Friends, I think like at least a couple of them have had battles with drugs and alcohol, gotten sober, and then like done it again. That's how long their careers have spanned and how much money they've had.
How many relapses of their careers
That's right.
Spanned.
That's how you can measure stuff now. And drugs and alcohol are a problem in today's society. We're not here to make fun of it.
We're here to bring a light.
Unless it's funny, in which case
it will be important.
What's more American than making fun of
sued.
people in disadvantageous positions that are out of their own control?
I wouldn't do it. I'm not even American.
Oh, is that right?
I'm from.
I noticed this.
Can I just be Jack Sparrow for the rest of this episode?
I second the motion. Motion is passed. Jack Sparrow. I do appreciate that you've made pirates more flamboyant. That's what we needed after Johnny Depp with his 67 scarves and rings and eyeliner. We needed like Pirates of Penzance into the 21st century.
Yes, you see, what I've done with pirates, it's their own doing to themselves, and I was actually there, watching and going, look what you're doing to yourselves, and so I kind of vicariously live through this reality that isn't real anymore to me. but to others.
This is where we sort of like, okay, Keith Richards, like reel it in, and we pull you back onto this planet. And I don't want to get you canceled by accident, but I hope that you have some pirate lineage in you, because otherwise, I think this qualifies as cultural appropriation.
Of
And,
pirates.
yeah, I mean,
Of Johnny Depp movies?
You're gonna be
Of what culture? This is a
piracy.
If piracy is a culture, then so is like
It's got a rich
stealing
history.
Dinosaurs.
Do you know
from
who
the
Captain Hook
Axeman
or
across the
Shmee is?
street.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Because there are some of the best representations of that culture, and what you're doing borders on shameful.
Hey, there's...
You're like a cross between pirate and ragamuffin, and it's like part raconteur. But truthfully, I'm not entirely sure what that means. So, what besides like dodging viruses and such have you been up to for the last year? I feel like it's been, ages since I've seen you.
Yeah, man.
That's
every
vague.
time.
And I bet you everyone's asked you that. What's the best thing to come out of like the 2020, 2021 sort of thing for you?
That's a great question. I've just really deepened my friendships with a lot of people, and normally people that I don't talk to, So
How though?
because I've been at home for so long that I'm like, I have to go home now. You know what I mean? I'm like homesick from where I live. It's like being outside sick, right? And so out sick, and so because of it, I've gotten to call a lot of people. I'm like, oh yeah, this guy who lives in Detroit. Like, I'm gonna reach out to him.
Isn't that good?
And it feels really great to have that time where you can really value the other person, and there's not a space in between you other than the authentic. I called high school friends. I've had so many high school reunions, and just reuniting with all of the moments of my life. I've seen this year as such a source of growth and a way of reclaiming everything that I felt like I lost
That's awesome.
throughout my entire life.
That's amazing. I mean, like you're talking about, I think what this past year did for a lot of people is it was like you got put on Jupiter or something. It was just like the pressure was immense, and some people just like got squished down and didn't do so hot, and that's really unfortunate. But I think a lot of us, at least eventually, were able to see like, okay, now that some of the extraneous bits of my life have sloughed away, what matters more? And I took a page out of your book, because you will call at any time of the day. Trigger discipline. And just call and say hey, and I'm not even sure why you call half the time, and then you like hang up without any pomp and circumstance. But I've been calling people, like it just feels good. Like, hey, I was thinking about you, because I imagine getting that call. Yeah. I can't even get that from my mom. But I'm just kidding. That sounded tragic. It was supposed to be a joke, but the inflection was terrible. But no, just calling people, writing a letter, just being present in a conversation is really important, and I think it's a valuable thing that you can get out of this.
Sending people a 3D printed image of themselves, sending somebody, the idea that you have of them is a gift. To be seen and to know how someone perceives you, right? And so the cool thing about calling people is saying, hey, I'm calling because I don't want anything. You know what I mean? Like, I was just texting you to tell you I don't need anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To have that real connect. That's what a real connection is. And it's calling someone because you truly love them, and you want to share moments. And I've found this interesting insight with detachment from wanting anything, because I used to only call people when I had a show or an event, or maybe I wanted to show my parents that I have friends who are really normal, but then I was like, but then when I called them, they derailed the conversation. They would like talk about something else. I'm like, oh, this is more meaningful than why I called. And I realized the meaning is in the meaning that already exists. And so I call people because I care about them. I want to remind them that I love them. I might want to see them. But the main point is not having an agenda and just taking time out of your day to call people and to maintain relationships is so important. And if you can take 10 minutes out of your day to just send people love that are important to you, to like the 4 or 5 people in your life, and you do it on a consistent basis, all of your dreams will come true.
It waters that seed for sure. You know, and I think that's such sage advice too. Is just that it's like going into a corn maze of social relationships. Just like, let's see where we end up. But it's going to be fun because we're here together. And like you're saying, the calling thing is like, I'm giving you this time because I can't just send something and then go continue cooking soft-boiled eggs or whatever I was doing.
Yeah, cooking
which is
Pop-Tarts.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wasn't going to bring it up right away, but Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts.
Give me a hot
slogan.
take. Favorite, I mean, best aspect, best use, best preparation.
Pop-Tarts. Okay, let's just start with slogans.
What should their slogan be?
Pop-Tarts. When you didn't feel like making it into work that day.
Pop-Tarts. This frosting's not plastic. Totally.
Pop-Tarts. This the filling, the cream filling, will be used as sealant for cars.
You can't not eat it. Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts. There's other choices, but it's right in front of you.
3 out of 5 stray dogs agree. Pop-Tarts are preferable to garbage.
10 out of 10 feral raccoons prefer Pop-Tarts to garbage.
It looks like fruit. Pop-Tarts.
Now with no vitamins, Pop-Tarts.
Vegan-free. Pop-Tarts.
Health-free.
You're mad at your dad, not us. Pop-Tarts. All right, this has become a great improv exercise. What's your favorite flavor? I don't care, they're all bad.
Pop-Tart. Pop-Tarts, because toaster strudels look like too much work went into them.
Oh my God. Pop-Tarts are sold under the guise that you can put them in the toaster, but no one has ever put them in the toaster except for my grandmother before she, succumbed to all the evil she hath done, and the devil sucked her soul down to the deepest pits of hell. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, where are you on vaccination? You getting it done? You got it done?
Oh,
you don't have
yeah.
to tell me, but what do you?
Show you in a metaphorical hand?
Yeah, no. I got it tattooed on me. They said it wasn't optional. I don't know when Costco got a tattoo gun, but I support it.
Stamp of
And not
stamp
even
of
just for
approval.
COVID. Where are you at on just people hitting you with a needle?
Hitting you with the needle, yeah. Hit me up. Hit me up. Hey, if you need me to donate blood, if you're a vampire and you're running low.
I haven't heard about. I assume that blood banks and such would be a sort of soft target for vampiric activity.
Yeah,
You don't hear about it.
Yeah, you
Is it
can't really
because
pay
it
for
doesn't
things in
happen, or is
blood.
it because Hillary Clinton's covering it up? Go.
I think Hillary Clinton is
Incorrect.
Is
I know where you're going, and it's bullshit.
Well, you know me really well, and this is one thing I appreciate. Like you really know. Like when you talk to me or about me, you talk about the person that I already see myself as. So I don't ever feel like I have to explain myself to you. Like you just understand. Like I'll be like, and you're like, because of this, and you're like, it doesn't matter. And so I think that allows for like a bigger connection, and you take time to see what are people's intentions, where are they coming from, where are they going, And because you read between the lines, then you can blur the lines and still get to where you're going at the same time.
Yeah, I think you've inferred way too much out of me. But what I will say is one of the biggest mistakes I think that people make when it comes to being in the Misha sphere is trying to quantify it, trying to understand what it is, trying to pin stuff down, and it is this, but it's not that. And the best part of this whole thing is just sort of the nebulous, sort of like ethereal nature of Misha and what you create and who's around you, and this sort of like these tendrils that connect people that you've helped to create. And so I just really I appreciate that you've sort of drawn me in, that you've let me be part of this sort of weird Misha-verse that you've created. And I don't need to know what it is, but I just show up, I buckle up, and then I just get ready to roll, because it's been awesome. So with that, thanks so much for having me here. You know, I hope I get at least like a D+ so I can move on to the next grade in terms of hosts go. And next season or next episode or whatever, have me back.
Yeah.
High fives are back, y'all. Bring them back. Sadie Mae, everybody.